team. Welcome back to the Mosaic. This is the place where we bring together the pieces of life, business, healing, health, wealth, and becoming one intentional piece at a time. I'm Arzu, I'm your host, and today's episode is so special. It's been forming quietly, sometimes without me knowing about it, behind the scenes for a very long time. In fact, from the start, the very first episode of this podcast. And you'll hear it. This is about alignment. This is about support. This is really about giving you something many of you have already been asking for some of you without ever saying it out loud, right? If you've been listening on this podcast for a while, you probably noticed something, right? No matter what we talk about, whether it is business, health, grief, courage, creation, we always come back to affirmations. It's not accidental, by the way. It was intentional, just the way we like it in the Mosaic podcast. And these affirmations are not there to motivate you. They are really identity reinforcements. And identity is really what drives our behavior. It's not willpower. We know that doesn't work. It only works for so long. But when we change our identity, we change our environment. Things change around us. And I've used affirmations during grief, healing, building apps, becoming stronger physically, becoming braver, more confident emotionally, stronger emotionally. They help me really come back to myself, right? Subliminals or affirmations are not there because we are broken by any means. It's really helping us to come back to ourselves. So here's what kept happening. People told me, I replay your affirmations. I listen while I walk. I wish they were uninterrupted. I wish that I could find them by a theme. I wish I could just play that part all on and on and on, right? So instead of keeping our affirmations into our episodes, we're going to keep doing that. And they do belong in each episode. And please continue to share the affirmations. Really feel it, say it in each episode, right? But I also created a separate home for each season for the affirmations only, right? I created a separate home for them. And we're going to call it a Subliminal Vault. It is a quiet, ad-free, intentional place. Just the way we like it in the Mosaic podcast. So if you think about it, the science behind subliminals is like when you listen while you are relaxed or walking, resting, falling asleep, what happens is your brain shifts into a receptive state. So the protective mind softens, right? The nervous system feels safe. Our patterns can change when you feel safe. You're not as guarded, right? Your patterns could change. That's when affirmations work becomes that deep work. This is why listening at night is powerful and repetition matters. This is why less effort creates more change in our lives. So what I've done is I've organized everything into 5 vaults. based on how we actually live life, right? It's about identity, confidence, health and energy, identity and confidence, courage and visibility, wealth and peace and presence. And you can choose what season you are in. Obviously, we are just wrapping up the first season of the Mosaic podcast. So what you need today and what you need to reinforce, you can just pick one of those categories and you can put those affirmations and subliminals in repeat. And some affirmations may appear in more than one vault, and that is perfectly fine because repetition matters. And healing is not linear, right? We want a well-rounded healing pattern. So that's why we have these categories. And you know, the way that this is going to work is you will be able to find these subliminals in a vault, subliminal vault in the Apple Podcasts. It's the only, you know, you just need to download the Apple Podcasts app, search for the Mosaic podcast. You already know it. You'll see the subscriber version of it. When you subscribe, you'll have an option to subscribe monthly or yearly, and then the vault appears directly in your library. So there's no extra apps, no emails, like no extra steps really to get access to them. And I kept the subscription very accessible. I mean, monthly subscription is $4.99, and yearly it's even cheaper. It's $29.99 a year, right? It's really super accessible. This simply covers really the production, hosting, my hosting expenses and creation time so that we can keep this podcast ad light, right? And heartfelt led, right? Anyhow, so every season of the Mosaic will have its own subliminal vault, reflecting what we learned and lived and healed together in each season. I mean, this is going to be like a great celebration together, right? This is my way of celebrating the seasons with you. I hope you love it. So I look forward to your feedback. Now, we cannot wrap up an episode without affirmations. So for today's episode affirmations, I really wanted it just like any other one to be aligned. So feel it with me. You don't need to force change. You need to support it. You are safe to grow. You are allowed to want more. You are already becoming. Let this work happen quietly. Let it be gentle. Let it be consistent. You are amazing. All right. If you feel called for it, the vault is there for you. And let the change happen in the new year. If not, stay with me here. Okay? Either way, I love you. We keep building our mosaic one intentional piece at a time. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Talk to you later. I'm out.